everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, so this is going to be another of our Write With Me's. Very similar to last week, actually. I'm going to start with doing some work on chapter 3 because I had some corrections that it wanted to give me. And then I'm going to make a plan of action again for chapter 4, kind of refigure that out. Um, the linky should be in the description below, so you can click there to see kind of this. I mean, it's basically like my rambles and my checklists and stuff. I include like the new chapters, my drunk Claude analysis, and yeah, we can just play it by ear, see how things go. Um, have some censorship. But yeah, what are you all working on? Hello, Mrs. D, Corey, Emery. How y'all doing? Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Go through these. Hopefully they won't take as long to fix. I'm aiming kind of like within the first hour to have chapter 3 done and pulled through Drunk Claude again, and then yeah, start with chapter 4. Um, how are you all? How are you all doing? What projects are you working on? Do you listen to music while you write, or do you have to be completely silent? That's the question for the day. I have some songs in my head, so I'm gonna have a headphone in as I'm talking. So apologies in advance if you start hearing me humming along. Well, if it stops me from writing, I'll just take the earphone out. Oh, Mrs. D, you're working on a new novel. Oh, brainstorming is like the most fun bit. Like, what's your story? What are you working on? What genre? Like, tell us more. Very excited to read about that. Be a good procrastination from my own work. So yeah, I will get started. But yeah, tell me about your projects, your everything. That would be really great to know. And I turn the music back on. Bum bum. Oh, oops. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. That was totally not meant to be a spoiler for the Saturday live that we've been working on, Corey and I. Okay. So I'm setting this up. I'm going to have a my chapter 3 to-do list. That's the drunk Claude message. Um Emery says working on a just for fun story that's now up. I find the all the one stories I do for fun or like that have no stakes, I'm suddenly spending all my time um on them because I have lots of like inspiration and just keep writing for fun. You might find that you really want her to yeah, you might decide that you really want to do this. I mean, I have so many projects that I want to do for fun that I've not yet done and I really want to get doing. So, yeah, just go ahead and write it. Write all the fun things. While you are asleep. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the fight. Oh, okay, this was some work that and I was testing out a prompt for a video. um Bum bum bum. okay. So it's an urban fantasy, first fantasy novel, so kind of going wild with the building and lore. Oh my god, yes. World building is like the most fun thing to do ever, but it is a time suck. But on the other hand, we have the codex to store everything, so it kind of works out, like with Novelcrafter. Okay, sit back, actually have your posture gun. Good. Ugh, right. Watching the green shield. I think I like this one best. Yeah. We are the same, you and I. Dissolve that. Okay. I mean, I feel like it's definitely beyond. I feel like novelette maybe is more what you can call a 57,000 word behemoth. Or a collection of short stories that are related. Okay. Tell me you did not. Okay, I want to rewrite this. So have as much from her actions as what the man is doing. Um, and then I will use my show don't tell rephrase. Show don't tell. No can do. Okay. There is no price he won't pay. Delilah's trembling fingers found the screwdriver in her pocket. Her heart hammered against her ribs as she twisted beneath her dagger, the cold metal of the tool slick with sweat. A sickening squelch filled her ears as she plunged it into his thigh. The man's howl echoed off the alley walls, making her flinch. He rolled off, clutching at the wound, dark blood oozing between his fingers. I mean, get rid of that to start with. Okay, well, I can get rid of this sign in all of the drafts. It's the same. Delilah's fingers closed. Don't like that. Hunger is so heavy. The sound, the metallic scent of blood filled her nostrils, making a gag. Who knows what he'll send? The man's howl echoed off the alley walls. He rolled off her, clutching at the wound, dark blood oozing between his fingers. And then let's have the man leaves and then bum, bum, ba-dum. Have any of you heard of Epic the Musical? It's I think it's in my head so much because I'm writing in my free like my non-Novelcrafter time a book heavily inspired by Greek mythology. The entire thing is stuck in my head. And let's make this. Hiding away. Edit. So a lot of the prompts, if anyone's wondering, that I've been using here, like the continuing prose, rephrase, show don't tell, they're all on the Novelcrafter Discord. One of our mods, Jean-Luc, has been amazing, and like we've been working to get some that give options using some of the new updates in the software. So that is a lot of fun. Blame you for your act of crime. Someone's gotta die today. You have got the final say. Um, stumbled, staggered. Um, oh. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, you can see that I use parts of all three of those for this. I love these kind of like show don't tell prompts and like rephrasing, and it makes and limped away, disappearing into the labyrinth streets of the Undercity. She waited. She waited, swaying. The sound of rats to return. No one. No one left. Okay, okay, I think that has her. Oh my god, is it only showing the Notion screen? Thank you so much for letting me know. Oh my god, has that only been showing the Notion screen for the entire time? Corey! Corey, were you not watching to let me know? Yeah, I've been. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everyone. That's awkward. I've not been looking at the screen. No, no, I've been. Oh, I was meaning to. Oh my god, no, no, this is all like. Yeah, I'm sorry, you've not been seeing all the. Okay, well, I've been using some prompts. I'll show you. Say if I click these. I've been working on the Delilah's reactions to thingy. I've got like the rephrase, the show don't tell prompts that I was talking about. Yeah. Oops. Um. So yeah, I've been working on making her less competent, or not less competent, but like kind of more a kid. Um. Maybe she. I'm gonna move that. So Delilah fumbles around trying to get the man off of her before she finds the screwdriver. Emphasize her panic. Hello, I have a question. Hello, Brandon. How do you use Novelcrafter to write first person past tense style in a journal format? Okay. Let me answer me. Okay. Apply. So the way you would set up the first person past tense is go to the novel settings. So click on the novel, open novel settings. You want to then go onto the writing tab. And here you can select the tense, the language, and the person. So you would change that to first person and you would change it to Delilah. You would select your character. For a journal format, that would be in the prompting. If you're wanting it like as a diary, I would say you would ask the AI to kind of write in that format. I mean, I think something as simple as just saying, yeah, this you're writing in the style of journal entries, because I am sure the AI has been fed thousands of those. So you should be fine. Oh, that and this was a new feature. It now goes to back to actually where you were when you left off, which is beautiful. Um, okay, so that's the same. Okay, so I think it's just made these. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just. I like bits of this. Okay, thank you, Novelcrafters. Oh, I'm so glad that you're finding this helpful. Like we all, I think, like all of us that use it are just like, oh, this is a game changer. It makes life like that a little bit more manageable. Yeah, our writing lives are more manageable. Oh, that's gross. Um, what do you do? Oh, and we also have an undo function now. Life is so good. I have strong. Oh, no, that's really good. Like it's nice to find a system and find we when kind of trying to make new features for Novelcrafter, we do try as much as we can to make it things that whether you have ADHD, you or you have issues typing or whatever, that we make Novelcrafter as easy to use as possible. Like there are still lots of steps to do, but we want to make something that you all can just like create with and have fun and kind of get those ideas finally out onto paper, because you've got story, like everyone has stories trapped inside them that kind of writing manually is prohibitive for a lot of people. Like it's just something that kind of is a barrier. um yeah. um, Okay, I like that. Okay, snippets. Okay, I've done that. Let her feel the aftermath of the scrap. Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially if you're doing like manual editing and stuff, don't go through traditional publishers and don't mention the use of AI. I think that's kind of something that people have had to end up doing in order to avoid abuse. And that is horrible that it happens, but I people don't have another choice at the moment. I think in a lot of cases. Um, so I mean, self-publishing is certainly a way of getting around that. And a lot of places, like, if you're publishing on Amazon, it doesn't care. Like, you declare if you use AI or not for like images or the text, and it doesn't publish that. I think it just wants to see who is using AI to write the story. It's not easy. If anyone else has had experience publishing with AI written stories, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people out there who want to know more about the experience. Okay. Yeah, or a ghostwriter. I think like loads of people have ghostwriters and never say that they've got a ghostwriter on the front of the book. Like, you know, they're not actually publishing that many a year. They're getting ghostwriters. So, made the line more uncertain slash wobbly. Um, oh, you're welcome. Um, but her legs stop her. And she continues to the Rathskeller. As she travels, she begins to feel the injuries more. So I can make her more scared during the fight, improve the transition I'm doing. You can see now we have a stop button as well, so you can like stop the generation if you decide it's not going where you want before you choose whether to retry or discard. And you can section the entire thing, and it will tell you the model that you've got. And also, you have a word count of how many words. So if you've got like a prompt saying, write 400 words, you can kind of see what that is. Okay, that's a start. She finally managed to sling it over her shoulder, wincing as it bumped. It's interesting seeing how similar all of them are, like kind of in terms of the structure. Like, this happens, she falls against the wall, she gives herself a pep talk, she pushes off the wall, keeps moving, adrenaline fading. Like, Sonnet 3.5 is very consistent in its output. Okay, well, that's a bit hammy. I don't like that. Um, um, okay, I think that one's the best so far. Uh, she couldn't stop that. Not. Bollocks, get it together, D. I tend to I read things through and then I start at the bottom and work my way back up as I'm editing stuff. Just realized. Go tonight, go tonight, go tonight. Till I snatched the satchel. Sitting on the roof of a beat up car. Who was it? If we're gonna go, we gotta go tonight. But her legs still jelly from the adrenaline rush. She stumbled, her vision blurring as the world tilted on its. Oh, I'm glad that other people do it. Like, I think sometimes it's like you think, am I weird in the way I do things? But yeah, no, I think it's sometimes like you can notice the changes more when you're reading it backwards, like how when you're editing, like you print it out in a different format. I think it's kind of like with kit bashing, it like stops, it makes me actually look at the differences between things. So yeah. Um I don't know if jelly is a thing in the future, so I will get rid of that. Oh, you outline. Oh, so you like start at the finish and then work your way up. Um, yeah, I think Jason says he sometimes like does that when prompting with AI, like Jason Hamilton, the nerdy novelist. By having the ending in your head, it kind of allows the AI to kind of work its way forward and like actually come to conclusions. So I guess it's kind of similar for humans. Like you start off and then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to continue this. I know the end point, so I know how to get there. Um, okay, I think what I might do, end the chapter here, have a scene break. And now this is the point where obviously having the ability to add a new scene would be really good. Okay, and so I need to move those two codex entries there. Delete them from this scene. Uh, 100%. It's like, here's where I want to be. Help me get there. Yeah. It's like, and it kind of means that you're actually, yeah, it gives you a better, like, I think, place of where to start. Life is suspended in physics and time. There. Finished. Right. Bum, bum, bum. How much is this first chapter or first part? Okay, yeah, that's fine for a scene. I feel like, yeah, having a new scene there makes things clearer. Okay, so I'm going to summarize scene. I like using haiku because technically the prompt asks for 50 words and haiku doesn't do 50 words. It does more. So when I was okay. So I want to start this now, slightly different. I'm going to rewrite this bit because I've got an idea. I want to have this where Delilah arrives at the Rathskeller and Creel is there as the doorman and doesn't want to let her in. And so that way we kind of get the idea of the Rathskeller from the front. Delilah approaches the Rathskeller. Her first impressions of the tavern. Let me just change my music. The Cersei Saga. Okay, describe her first impressions of the tavern. A man. She approaches cautiously. A man stands at the door, blocking her path. After a moment of awkwardness, Delilah asks if he can move. The man says that this place isn't her. Uh, okay, so Delilah approaches the Rathskeller. Describe her first impressions of the tavern. She approaches cautiously. A man stands at the door, blocking her path. After a moment of awkwardness, Delilah asks if he can move. The man says this place isn't for people like her. Delilah has to hold herself back, trying to be polite as she says she has a meeting there. There. It is clear the doorman doesn't believe her. Go ahead and rest wherever you like. I've got you. 450 words? 300? Let's try 300. Take a seat. Did I not press? On your feet, I've got you. Don't worry, Cersei's got you now. I did about 300 words within 10%, 5%. Tend to forgive. Delilah approached the Rathskeller. Um, she hadn't thought about what the Rathskeller would actually look like. Given Nicodemus knew of it, she had sort of assumed that it would at least be in one piece. The shithole that loomed before her could hardly be called a tavern. Could hardly be called a building. Or, let alone a tavern. Okay, the shithole that loomed before her, a hulking mass of corroded metal and crumbling concrete, could hardly be called a building, let alone a tavern. Flickering neon signs cast an eerie glow over the entrance, illuminating the grime-streaked windows and rusted doorframe. The air was um, the air was thick with the stench of stale beer and something far less pleasant. Even across the street, the was oh no, the stench of beer. Something. Delilah. No. Delilah scrunched up her nose. Delilah went. As she drew closer, a cacophony of sounds spilled from within. Raucous laughter, shattering glass, and what might have been a brawl in progress. She clutched the satchel tighter, her knuckles whitening around the strap. This was hardly sort of place she'd, far too many people. But Nicodemus had asked. She kept moving. I've just got text from my husband just saying it's red. And I have absolutely no context as to what is red. And I'm like, has the car become red? Oh, ready. Okay, the car is ready, but he just said it's red. That was absolutely no context at all. Okay, makes sense. His arms were crossed across his chest. Red's a color I've never really liked, or I've never really, I don't know, Like it's fine. Like it's fine. So it's a perfectly normal car color. But it's one of my like least favorite. That and like the warm Ford blue, like that kind of like purpley blue. Like I don't know. We just have like a black car, and but then again, I don't like cars that much. So I suppose I just want something that doesn't break or my own feet. Anyway, yes, distracted. A Prius is the electric cars because that's cool. Oh, okay. She kept moving a belly. Oh, one sec, guys. Oh, hi. Can you just leave it at the door, please? Cheers. Yeah. I just had a delivery. I pay my husband to proofread my novels by giving him sweets. So that is the delivery of sweets. I'll collect it later. Um excuse me, dialer edged to one side. The man the doorman's gaze raked. This Okay, I think I'm about to get told a story. I'll leave my phone there so I can. Now that it's. Best toddle off home before you get yourself in. Yeah, it's a little bit telly. Then I have to. All right. Okay. Yeah, and I'm the bloody ark. I'm pull the other one. It's got bells on. Do Americans, Corey? This is a question for you. Do Americans have the saying "pull the other one"? Like, um. Oh, okay. So, what would the nearest American equivalent be of that phrase? You know what I mean? Okay. Interesting. So then that makes me think. Okay. So would I need a different equivalent? Because this isn't, these are like descendants of like Americans. Okay, you say in Canada. Okay. Is there anyone from Australia here? Would you be interested in buying a bridge? I've never heard that one before. What does that mean? She has no luck until mentions that it is Mara. She Of course. Creel seems to notice. His demeanor softens. Okay. 350, 400? Or 300, 450? I can always cut. So I have here, like, yeah, the prompts of different lengths. I'm sure you've seen these before. Just to try and get everything, like, I need. Yes, it's true, my path is dark, but I see where it ends. Okay, let's change this to not like you. Delilah glider with them. She wouldn't allow some overgrown bounce with delusions. Delilah, the violence. Um. Oh, the bridge thing. Thank you, SSN. George C. Parker was an American conman best known for selling landmarks like the Brooklyn Bridge to unwary tourists back at the turn of the century. Oh my god, that is incredible. Like, would you be interested in buying a bridge? And people just bought the bridge thinking that they'd actually own it. How much was he selling these bridges for? Oh, wait, Corey, you were purposefully not telling me. Oh, that's that is cruel, Corey. Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, I like that it added a bit. Well, I wasn't expecting Creel and Delilah not to get on, but they don't get on anymore. We usually say, yeah, and I've got a bridge to sell you when we think someone is lying. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, okay, similar. I mean, I have no idea where the bells and whistles come from. So, we also say I've got a lakefront property. Oh my gosh. I'm learning so much, so many Americanisms. Bloody Okay. How are we doing for time? Oh, it's 5. Okay. I might not get all the changes to this chapter done. I mean, to be fair, if it gets written, like, that's fine. I'd like to spend some time on chapter 4, though, so editing takes so long. Oh, Geocore. Did I have beer earlier? Oh, it's there. I'm just gonna say the smell. was worse inside, and she had to fight her urge to gag. Oh, so maybe the AI was referring to pulling someone's leg, so he's saying, yeah, that's what. Yeah, pull the other one. It's got bells on. That is a common phrase. Okay, when I'm slouching, that at least I'll show my face more. I really shouldn't be. Um, first bottle. Totally different than the Americans pull my. Oh my god, yeah. It's amazing how like words can mean something so different, like in different kind of contexts. You sure about that, love? It's got quite a kick. Dial nodded, trying to appear nonchalant. Yeah, I'm sure. With a shrug. Okay. Okay. That's better. Um. Okay, so I've sorted this out. Okay, that's sorted. I love a checklist. Creel's convenience is sorted out. I mean, I guess they were ideas, but more in the journal. Okay, so I kind of want to brainstorm ways that I want to add in something here. You know, your sister. Um, Alright, thank Creel. Calling him Ramos. This is how Delilah learns. Or I'm kind of curious now, actually, now I've separated the scenes, what the AI thinks. Ramus. Like, you... Her alone. She could have been from the Iconical district from the pretty way her lips curled around the command. Delilah perched on the end of the seat, her fingers tightening around the strap of the satchel. I have something for you from Nicodemus. Mara's scarred lips quirked into what might have been a smile. I know. Did you have trouble getting here? Your lip is bleeding. Oh, shit. She tapped her lip, hand returning with a small blob of deep crimson. So I am. It'll heal. Very well. May I? She extended a hand. Delilah extracted the radio from the satchel and slid it across the desk. Mara's expression was impassive as she ran her fingers over the device, but her touch was reverent. It's been years. Delilah shifted uncomfortably. So, about payment? Mara didn't look up. Payment's been settled. Nicodemus and I have an arrangement. Right, Delilah mumbled. Of course Nicodemus would have sorted it out. He always did. She made a stand, eager to be done with the strange errand, when she noticed a scratching on the cover of a leather book, entwined circles trailing down, just like the earring. Nicodemus, what's his surname? No. Lying, she had to beep. Okay, music switch. Feminine rage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So that was too convenient. Delilah takes another look at the itching tool. Pick it up. Seeing the symbol larger. The books that she had hidden away. How are all your writing projects going? Whatever you're doing at the moment, are you all productive-ish? Eventually resorting threats, kind of. Mm. Mara. Oh no. Oh, I've just realised I made a cup of tea and I didn't drink it. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, that's awful. Oh, I hate that. I need a maybe that's my next upgrade to the station to have a drink warmer. But at least my hubby sweets arrived. That is true. I mean, they're still outside, so when he gets home, he can bring them in. I was like, well, I'm streaming. They can. Hopefully, it didn't rain too badly. Mara pauses once more, eyes flicking before picking up the book. Drink warmers the best. Does anyone have any recommendations for drink warmers? Like a brand that they find works well? I mean, I've got a lot of like electricity, like I've got a lot of screens and stuff around, so hopefully one that's not too bulky. But I need a drinks warmer. That would make life so much easier. Oh, I like this. I saw a line here. Your mother was a remarkable woman, and like many remarkable people in Nova Bezos, she found herself in difficult situations. Spread her arms, ready to dismiss Delilah, but her gaze was drawn back to the journal, itching to pick it up. When searching. But yeah, Emery, your drink warmer. Um, how did you know me, ma'am? No one asks. Comes expecting a riddle back. You knew me, ma'am. How? I'm not a child. Edit. Show don't tell. Oh, I like that. Archon's boys get right tetchy about. I'm so let's finish. Delete. Your mother was a remarkable woman. Okay, right, done. Yay. 1/2 past, right. Okay, so I will have to. Okay, let's select uh analysis, uh brutal drunk honest, context, scene 3. Oh, I'll generate the wait. It's fine. Everything is fine. I can open that thread. And then I will also copy the scene pros if anyone wants. Chapter 3, Scene 1. Chapter 3, Scene 2. Never satisfied at all. Oh, an 8! Drunk Claude! Oh, I am honored. Dystopian sci-fi. Yeah, 8 is the highest I've got so far. I mean, I guess this first version, like or the first scene has a lot of action in it, so I can see why it's a lot of drama. So I'm expecting scene 2 to be a little bit slower and I'll have to still work on. I like how he acknowledges that it's not a recurring character, so it's not a huge deal. Like it's kind of like, you've made some mistakes. I can see why. Oh, Bella. Sam, something tragic happened. I made some tea for the stream and it's still here. It's popped. Yes, please. Yes, the sweats were at the door. Yes. Thank. My husband is making me some tea. He has just got back home. He is a good one. Okay, everything's okay. Purpose, turning point. Okay, maybe she needs to like the stabbing someone needs to kind of stay with her a little bit more. We can see how this goes. Okay, yeah, it's not stayed with her. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so from this analysis, I will include this for anyone who is curious. Um, um, it gives me some ideas for like the next pass, but like I'm happy enough with this scene that I don't need to um do any more work on this scene in this draft. You know what I mean? I probably will need to do some for this one, which is fine. Like that's first scene 2 analysis. And that's okay. Like I'm not like I'm expecting it because like the entire chapter's basically been rewritten, so mm. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yes. It's I know. It's like a tragedy on all levels, to be honest. Like so trage. I mean, that's disgusting, but if you want to, sure. He's gonna drink some of the cold tea. Um, I mean, it was made an hour and a half ago, hour and 40 minutes ago, so I don't know why you're drinking it. Weirdo. Um, okay, so she feels real. Stupid. but real. It's funny that in the last review as well, Claude was like, make this less or make her more mysterious. And now it's like, no, she's too mysterious. Um, okay, so tightening up pacing, cut down on the drink ordering. Okay, I'm really happy with that. I'm happy enough with that to move on for the last 20 minutes and do some chapter 4. Because I want to completely. I won't have her at the back of the pub then if. Okay, and then I can have. Okay. Ducks down so Kira doesn't spot her. Kira talks to Creole, who mentions something that makes her tense. Kira looks around. Delilah assumes they were mentioning her presence. After them, weaving between the better of her. I can use some of this, I think, but not. Oh, I need to. Chapter 3. Copy. Where is my sample chapter? Do I not have a sample chapter? When I was generating text before, was it not using it? Oh, I was looking at the chats, not snippets. That's why. Oh, I am such a dumbass. Actual dumbass. Actual dumbass. Summarize scene. Haiku. Copy scene prose. Paste. I didn't ask for it. Okay. Okay, well, shorty spotter. Uh, quickly. Of rowdy. People are talking about the bridge on Discord now. You've all got them talking about the bridge. I feel like we almost need to write a story now about bridges. Plonker. The joke's on you. Fucking practice D's. Oh, that can go into my AIisms codex entry. The joke's on you. Barmy, another Britisham. Okay, I need to think of some currency. Delilah. Okay, so Delilah Fall is seeing that they've gone to a small building. When they've gone inside, Delilah darts across the yard, trying to peer into the grimy window. She can't see much, but makes out 4 figures. They seem to be kneeling. Object inside the room. She moves, spotting a crack in the metal wall. Delilah moves to there to eavesdrop. She hears Kira speaking about a mission, something related to the outages and how they weren't as flawed as she'd been told. Okay. 10 minutes. Okay, let's try and get some more of this done. Oh my god, you absolute angel.
I won't be drinking it.
That's fine. Oh, did you just have my cold one and not make one of your own?
Yeah.
Oh, darling. Sammy is the best. I feel like heart raced as she is just like automatically like at the first of every beat. Yes, Team Sam. Sam is like he's a good one. Um, she waited, counting to 10. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that it's before darting across the yard. Uh, Okay, Delilah crash. You have an. Okay. Delilah does something that makes a sound in her. Kira emerges from the quite what she knows. When Kira goes back inside, Delilah rushes. Face what she has learnt. She is running away from her problems, everyone. Hashtag turning point. Okay, no, that's too much. Pray? Pray, yeah. Um, Forget. She bolted from the Rathskeller as quickly as she could. She ran until her lungs burned and her legs ached, not stopping until she was back in familiar territory. As she leaned against a building, her front door, gasping for breath. Okay, that's enough for this first bit. There are bits that I want to change, obviously, but I'm going to run it through. I'm going to run it through Claude quickly, like Drunk Claude quickly, so that we can kind of see for this like rough draft. So then I have a plan of action for next week's. Catch me now, you can catch me now. Oh, for goodness sake. Did I not change the prompt? I'm clicking on everything. Oh my god, what a knob wipe. Thank you. I need a drink after this. It's always a roller coaster. Okay. Oh, Delilah's not beige. Okay. Okay, to-do list. Ah, no, I don't want to ask AI stuff. Um, D's. Through her mind, what does she think? Did she go after spiders once? Uh, okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to head off now. I can smell dinner. I'm going to have my cup of tea. I hope you're all doing well and that you got some writing done and enjoyed it. And it was great to have some company while working on this. I feel like we're now getting into some more action, so that's always fun. But yeah, bye guys.